So now that Assad has fallen, which is a remarkable turn of events, Israel is getting on with things very quickly to ensure its security. Israeli jets have already destroyed the deadly arsenals of weapons and munitions and chemical weapons, because the big concern, of course, is that they will fall to the rebels. And for those who think that the rebels are, these benign freedom fighters, look, obviously we don't know ultimately who will end up governing the territory, but there is evidence that some of the rebels certainly are jihadists and Islamists. I want to show you a clip of some of them stating that they are going to attempt to liberate Jerusalem. Have a watch. Oh, hold on a sec. I probably ought to get you a translated version. Right, have a watch.
وكذلك المسجد الأقصى وكذلك مسجد محمد وكذلك الكعبة ندخلها بإذن الله. تكبير مكبرين مهللين متعطعين الرؤوس ذليلين لك يا رب أن ينصرنا على القوم الكافرين والله أكبر. لبيك لبيك يا الله.
So they've said that they plan on entering the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem and entering the Kaaba Mosque in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, it sounds totally benign. But anyway, Israel's getting on with it, and the Israeli Air Force is taking out Assad's chemical weapons facilities and weapons depot used by the Iranian regime.
يا لطيف يا رب تسترنا يا رب تسترنا.
And I think Israel absolutely has to be taking these defensive measures because they have to preempt what could take place now. The Times of Israel is reporting that Israeli Air Force fighter jets on Sunday struck dozens of targets across Syria, taking out weaponry that Israel feared could fall into the hands of the hostile forces in light of the dramatic fall of the Bashar al-Assad regime some 2 weeks ago into a lightning offensive by rebel groups. Also on Sunday, the IDF seized control of a buffer zone between the Israel-Syria border and the Golan Heights in what it described as a temporary defensive measure. Dozens of Israeli Air Force aircraft struck numerous targets with a focus on destroying strategic weapons, defense sources told the Times of Israel, describing the strikes as, quote, very intensive. The weapons hit by the warplanes included advanced missile storage sites, air defense systems, and weapon production facilities, according to the defense sources. Israel also struck a chemical weapons site overnight, according to foreign reports on Saturday and Sunday. The Assad regime, which fell on Sunday after a lightning offensive by rebel forces, was an ally of the Iranian regime and a part of its so-called axis of resistance against Israel. For many years, Syria was used as a throughway for Iranian weapons en route to terror groups, including Hezbollah in Lebanon, with which Israel entered a shaky ceasefire last month. Israel struck at least 7 targets in southwest Syria on Sunday, 2 regional security sources told Reuters. So let's be clear. First of all, the fact that Assad has basically gone and he's fled now, we're told, to Russia, to Moscow. He's seeking asylum there. This is definitely a blow to Russia because Syria was obviously a key ally of Russia. And the fact that they weren't able to sustain that regime is telling. Russia is obviously tied up in Ukraine. But for Israel, the defensive measures she's taking, these active measures, are completely moral, because it is totally justified to assume that bad actors may choose to use these forces, this weaponry, to get rid, to harm Israel, and getting rid of these weapons is utterly justified. So we'll see what happens, obviously, in the next few weeks, but it's clear that Israel is remaining utterly vigilant and doing whatever they need to do to protect their people. and critically, to preempt things that may happen. If you made it so far in this video, that means you probably appreciate the work we're doing at JTV to spread the truth about Israel and create positive associations with Jews, Judaism and Israel for the entire world. I really believe that part of fighting anti-Semitism is to create pro-Semitism and share and inspire people with the truth. There's so much anti-Israel media, online channels, and I think that it's time we start competing with them. We're already having a big impact, but there's a lot more that we can do. I've got a plan, a vision, which is to start doing more documentaries, animated content, having more presenters like me doing other shows to really accelerate the growth and impact that we're having. The impact is really good, but there's even more we could be doing. So we're doing a crowdfunding campaign in order to fund that vision and to scale JTV. The question is, would you consider partnering with us? Would you consider donating to this crowdfunding campaign in order to partner with us in scaling JTV, partnering with us in spreading the truth of Israel, Judaism and Jews to the entire world? If you would, please click on the donate button in the link below this video. The campaign's official launch is in a few days from now, but you can actually donate right now. So please click on the link if you want to partner with us in sharing the truth and spreading it to all corners of the world through the power of the internet. Again, click on the link in the video description of this video and please support the work we're doing. I'd be so grateful for any support you're able to give, and you truly will become a partner with us in our mission.